Hey folks, welcome back. So, today I finally wanted to start playing with the Secret Store module and the secret management module. Store passwords, get passwords securely, and I'd like to try to use a local secret store and an Azure Key Vault as well in this. So, we'll try to go through that. And yeah, let's just get into it. I was trying to basically, once you get the key vault set up, an example of using that password was I was going to use the export Excel function to make a password protected Excel document, and then use the import Excel to import that password protected data with the password and everything, and prove that we can store it with a password, retrieve it with a password. But I'm having some trouble getting that to work. So maybe we'll have to find some other example of using the passwords, but at least we can get through. Here's how to store them, here's how to retrieve them, and then you figure out how you want to use it yourself, I guess. But anyway, so let's just jump into it. So I'll eventually post this to GitHub probably. But I created this setup PS1 file. That's just a bit big. And that. Okay. So this is basically just, we'll just walk through some commands that I've written. Maybe they'll work, maybe they won't. I haven't tested this, but so some prerequisites. I have my own Azure account, and I have created a key vault just for this. So you need both of those, and then we'll install some modules down below. So that's really it. I've got my key vault. I've called it Excel Secrets Demo because, like I said, I was gonna create an Excel document that was password protected, but I don't think it's not working. I haven't figured out how to use it. So this will be the secret vault, even if we don't use Excel. But anyway, I've got an empty vault here. There's no secrets, there's no keys, anything in here. It's all empty, just so we can use this. So let's jump in. So first we have to install some modules. So I've listed them all here. Well, maybe this will work, but you need import Excel. These are the two that were just recently released, Secret Management and Secret Store, that we'll need. And then if we want to use an Azure Key Vault with these Secret Store modules, you need the Azure Key Vault module as well. So I'm just going to copy this, run it, and it'll install all these real quick. And I currently don't have these installed. So that's good. This will be fresh. And if I run into any issues, they'll be the same issues that you'd run into. Hopefully. Hopefully not, I guess. I don't think these are that big. I'm going to make a new I called it Excel Secrets. So I actually need to come out here, and I'm gonna commit this out here. Real quick. So I'll copy this. So I made an empty folder, and then you type git in it, and that creates a git repo. I've got some stuff here. 2 files. So git and then I need to add the GitHub repo here, and then I can git push. There we go. So this file that I've stored locally and that we're about to walk through, now that's out. Installing for this to finish. It looks like it. Okay. So we've got these modules installed. Now we need to register a local key store. Basically a store that's accessible on this local machine as this user, and we can password protect it as well if we want. So secret vault. I don't remember if there was a you put a password on the vault. Oh, actually for this step we don't actually need that. So this will create a local vault called AZ Vault Info. So what's the module called? There's not too many secret commands that come with this. Let me pull those up quick. Microsoft. I guess it's a secret. There we go. So these are the main commands that we'll use. Get secret info, get vault. We just use this one, register secret vault. So we'll go back and look at that. But these are the commands that you get with this. And depending on the module that you use, that tells the secret management module, which are these commands, what type of vault it is. So I'm using the SecretStore vault. Basically, you can write a PowerShell module that knows how to interface with a certain vault. So there's like you could download the module for KeePass or Google Chrome or wherever passwords live. If someone writes that translation, you can interface with that type of vault. You just have to specify what type of vault it is, and that's under the module value. So I'm saying just use the default local SecretStore. But later, the module I'm going to register is the Azure Key Vault. They've written that translation. So you could use, like I said, you could use KeePass, which is an actual like file or whatever. People have written. I think there's a good few types of vaults you can use already. I don't know what they all are, but basically we created a vault called AZ Vault Info, and I can do that by get. I'll get secret vault. So I've got one vault called AZ Vault Info, and right now it's empty. And it's a SecretStore type of vault. And right now it's default. So what default is, if I want to get a secret and I just call the secret name, it's going to assume I want to grab it from this vault. If you've got 12 vaults and it's from a different one, you have to specify the vault name. That's all that means. Okay, so now that we've made the vault, let's configure the vault. So I wanted to create 2 secrets. It's not a big deal that they're hidden from the screen, but pretending like any secret we store, you don't want to show it on your screen. So I have created this config file, which is really just an export of a get credential. So the username of the credential is this, which is the name of the vault, Excel Secrets Demo. And then the password is the subscription ID of my Azure Key Vault. So I yes. Oh, what did I do? Oh, I'm not in the right folder. There we go. Let's make these quick. And then let's make the secrets as well. So I'm doing something called splatting. If you know what this is, great. If I've never explained this, set secret takes in parameters. So it takes in, if I do it down here, it takes in a bunch of values. You know, there's the secret, whatever, the vault, whatever. Instead of creating a really long line with all these parameters, you can just make a little table like this, and a hash table, and store it in a variable. So I'm in this variable. Let me pull this one just to show you. Here we go. So I made a PowerShell object with this information. And instead of just manually listing them one by one on set secret, if I call that variable and I use the @ sign instead, this is called splatting. So PowerShell knows how to reach in with these key value pairs. And when you do this, it's saying, I'm saying there's a parameter called name and give it this value. There's a parameter called vault, give it this value. And so it just maps all the information you're handing off to a function in sort of a nice readable way. It's not just one really long line. So that's what I'm doing here. I've defined my information. Now if I call both of these, oh boy. Creating new vault, password is required. Oh, okay, interesting. So I thought so I've made a secret vault. It's called AZ Vault Info, but it's empty. Now that I'm trying to store a secret in here, now it wants me to put a password on that vault. So I'll just put awesome, all lowercase. That's my secret vault password. So that is the password right now for this key vault. So if I do get secret vault, vault info. Oh no, I want get secret info. And again, by default, it went to my default vault. So I'm saying this would show me all the secrets that are stored. So I want get secret, and the name is oh, this is just information about the secret, but I want to actually get the secret. And so it stores that secret as a secure string. But if I do as plain text, it'll give me the value. So that's the secret I stored, was just the name of the key vault, just as an example. So this is how you can sort of, without ever having it in a script, and even in this vault config file, because I'm storing it as with get credential, PowerShell's it's encrypted. So even if you're streaming like this, you can make a password and use it all over the place without ever having to show it on your screen. And now that it's created, I can use it in scripts over and over and over without having to figure out how to store it yourself or make these credential files. Now it's just stored in my key vault. So now I've got both of those secrets. Let's use those secrets. So that is in my local secret store. So I've made a secret store already, and we've shown how to pull them out. Grab a secret by name, right? You have to know the name of the secret. So the next one we want to make is I want to connect to I want to create a local vault that knows how to talk to my Azure Key Vault, basically. The Azure Key Vault's already out there. So let's make sure we've got this module imported. And see, look, so let's pretend this was sensitive data, like my subscription ID. I can just reference it like this in a script, and it's definitely not, in plain text. So to register this, it needs the key vault name, which is here, but it's in a secret form, and then the subscription ID. So I actually need this to be as it needs to be plain text when I hand it off to register secret vault, I think. So let's create this little table. Excel secrets demo.subscription. Oh, I didn't even make that one. I only copied the first one. There we go. Now both of these secrets exist. Whoops. Awesome. And let's see if this works, because I've never done this. So. Awesome. So get secret vault. Now I've got two vaults. This is just information about my Azure vaults, but it's local. You can see it's using the SecretStore interface, which is local. And then I have another vault, Excel Secrets Demo, and I can tell it's using the Azure Key Vault module to translate. But it's not the default. So if I ever want to reference a secret that I store here, I would need to tell it, grab that secret from this vault. You have to specify the name. So, okay, cool. We made the vault, but it's still empty. The Azure vault is still empty. So let's make one. Again, this was all centered around Excel. So I was going to just do a get process, pipe that into an Excel sheet, and slap a password on it. So I would call that secret process info. Let's say in a business setting, we do a lot of get processing, and we store it all in password protected Excel sheets. And humans know the password, but for a script, we don't want to store that password in plain text. So we need to create password protected Excel sheets without storing the passwords in the scripts. And then if a human wants to open it, they can either go look up the password or whatever. But first you have to connect to Azure. And I ran this earlier just to make sure I could. If I run this now, it's going to open up a browser. Click on this, sends a key back to PowerShell, and poof, I'm signed in. So now I want to make a secret called this. This is the vault I want to put it in. And the secret, I will type in the secret here in just a sec, whatever it's going to be. So let me copy this. Okay, so it's waiting on read host. What's the password? I am a process. I am a process. That's the password I just put in there. And I'm just saying it out loud so I don't forget. The first password was awesome, and this one is I am a process. Okay, so now that's the plain text that's stored inside of secret. Now let's see if we can make that secret here, and this should make it in Azure. Yeah, unable to add secret. Why? Use this vault. The current user must be logged into Azure account subscription. Oh, do I? I'm assuming this takes a value. So I've got that stored in a vault. Get secret. And it's the default. The name of the secret is Yeah, sweet. So I connected to the subscription that my Key Vault lives in. Yes. Hold on. I am connected. Well, we've got the secret working locally. I was just hoping to figure out how to use Azure, because that would be cool. Use blah, blah, blah. The current user must be logged into Azure account subscription. Yeah, I've done that. Like, it gave me back my... Oh, I gave it the wrong thing. Okay, so the secret comes back as a secure string, but this function needs it, the secure string. Oh, so I just need to tell it as plain text. Sweet. It's still not liking. Well, I'll figure this out for some other time. Let's just mess with the local vault for now. I guess we can't talk to. Yep, still nothing out here. So something's weird about this, using the SecretStore stuff. But we've got a local vault, which is still cool. I guess I could change this to Azure Vault info. That's the, I've already got a vault. I've already got a vault, but that's for my Azure information. So I want to make a different vault called Secrets. Here we go. Now I've got 3 vaults. This one doesn't work, but I've got 2 that are stored locally. So let me remake this process info. Secret locally instead of using Azure. Oh, I am a process. Okay. Vault secrets. Well, that's weird. I don't know why I did this, but so now I've got my process info secret stored as a secure string. So let's see if we can pull that out. Get vault secret. Name is process info. There it is. So that's basically how you can store passwords, retrieve them. And no one else can get to these. Even other users of this computer. There's a get. What was one of those commands? There was a get command. Secret. Get SecretStore configuration. So there is some stuff behind the scenes. Yeah, so the scope is current user. So even if someone else, if this was like a shared computer or something, a shared server, and maybe you're running a pipeline process, that pipeline's running as a service account. and you want just that service account to have access to all these passwords, just the service account, just on this server, whatever, this would work. So only that user that has to have the password. I think we gave, so the vault itself has a password, which was awesome. So only that user with that password can access that vault on that machine if we use the SecretStore module. So totally secure way of doing it, and you don't have to create your own local file encryption or whatever. I actually made a blog post. I made a blog on how to store credentials locally before the secret module came out. This is kind of how I had done some stuff. So same sort of process as now, as I showed you, pulling credentials with get credential, export them as an XML file, and then only that user on that computer can import that credential and use the password. But then you got all these files laying around. So I just go through how to build that, and how to keep track of your files and where to store them and whatnot. But this really cleans that up. There's no files laying around or anything like that. They're just stored locally. But I was trying to do, I wanted to use this export Excel temp. And this function takes in a password. I guess I'll try this because I know it's not going to work. It's going to show me all this weird stuff and then not be able to make the file. Yeah, for some reason, this function doesn't like using that, and then it fails to save the file. But if I remove password, it works, I think. Yeah, so there's all kinds of process info. Oh, get process. It doesn't like process how it comes out. So I think we can service or something. Weird. Anyway, so that wasn't a good example how to actually use a password. But now we've gone through how to retrieve them. You basically can just write these get secrets as plain text when you need to use a password. And if you've got it set up in Azure, then obviously your script can be distributed because you can access Azure from all over the place. So that's fun. I don't have any good examples of how to use this right now. If I did more API stuff personally, like I could do some stuff against a Twitter API, and if I did XYZ, it would tweet, and I would store, my Twitter API key as a local secret on this computer or in Azure, and then call that. That just as an example. This was not. I wish this would have worked. The Azure part of this. It's saying that I'm not. Yeah, I'm connected to my subscription. I can talk to the vaults. Got 2 vaults, one for PowerShell Gallery, which I don't use anymore because now everything's in GitHub. And I've got this one. They're the same. Subscription ID and everything. So I guess I could make the secret this way. Azure. I wonder what the... I don't want to make a key vault. I want to make a secret. I'm going to regret this. I want to say new key vault. Oh, set. This will create a new one. Let's try that. The vault name is Excel. Name is this info. Oh, it's not going to ask me. It's not going to ask me what the secret is. Update key. But how do you make one in the first place? New vault. Oh, here, add. That's a. Wouldn't they say? Add key vault key. Okay, vault. Process info. Oh, interesting. Destination. Report from a VFX. Password. Don't care about the password, but where do they use it? Key file password. Yeah, it's just much easier to. Oh, weird. Process. Let me see, where's the name and value for this stuff? PowerShell. That's weird. I need to play more with Azure, I suppose. I've used this before. I've stored my PowerShell gallery secret in Azure Key Vault, and I was able to use it from Azure DevOps, but I guess never directly from it. Interesting. But we can use a local vault, which is really fun. I just need to come up with some uses for this. Like the Twitter stuff, or even GitHub stuff, like doing GitHub admin things. Like to make this Excel secrets repository, I had to come into GitHub because I don't have an API key locally that I can do that with. But now that I can store stuff locally and it's not a headache, you just have to have these two modules, make a vault, set that as your default, and then in all your local scripts or whatever, you just have to reference you want to get a secret. So that's cool. I'll have to figure out some cool uses for this. Since I can't use Azure, kind of odd. See, but I can come in here under this, show secret, I am a process. I don't know why I can't do it from here, because I'm connected to my Azure subscription. Weird. All right, well, that's kind of all I had for this, for using the secret stuff. I was hoping to have this. In the documentation, this is exactly how this should work. I wanted to get that I am a process password as plain text and store it here. And then just get some information, throw it into a file with a password. And then we would, as an example, here's how you get that password again. And then import from that file with that password, and you should be able to import all that data into Excel, or from Excel into PowerShell as a PowerShell object. But this doesn't work, and this stuff to Azure didn't work either. But so what was that? Get secret vault. Shows me all the vaults. Secrets. I wonder, I want to see SecretStore config for other vaults. Yeah, that's odd. We can't connect to Azure. It's just weird. These are both local. This is using the SecretStore, and this is using the SecretStore. So it shows you what vault they live in. What a duplicate. I think it's because this is a weird context thing. So both of these vaults, secrets and AZ Vault info, they live under the current user context. So they just kind of all show up. Yeah, see, I made this one time, but now it's showing up under both vaults. Just get info, and I think you can like throw metadata at these, like descriptions and custom fields. So this is where you would get that info. Like if it's your standard to, it's kind of like making a tag or something in Azure. You can create a custom like application or something, and then you could grab all your passwords where the application equals Excel, for example, or type equals API, or whatever. You can make those metadatas. Set secret, name is test secret test vault secrets metadata, and I think this is a hash table. So type equals testing. Let's say application equals something like this. So because I haven't used the vault in a while, or where is it up here? The default configuration. So password timeout. So you have to type in a password to even open the vault, because that's how it's configured. You can make it passwordless, since you have to be on this computer as this user. So you could remove the password technically. But after 900 seconds, it will re-require the password. So for short scripts, once you unlock it, you don't really have to deal with that. Since I've been playing around for a while, I've hit that timeout. So I need to type in the awesome password. Now I made that password. Secret info test. Oh, it's just hidden. So I want so we're metadata.type equals testing. Like you could, if you had like I don't know how you would do this for like an organization. You could use like KeyPass, or I mean, you should be using Azure, I guess. If I can't figure out how to make that connection. But the whole point of these modules, these translations, whether it's Azure or local or KeyPass or whatever it is, it should be the same set of commands. That's the perk of using the secret management, is your scripts. It's still get secret info, you tell it the vault, and that vault knows the module and knows how to translate and everything. But for you writing this stuff and using the passwords, whether you're on Windows or Mac or whatever, you're going to use the same set of commands, which is really cool. But here's how to do some extra, like it's kind of like tagging in Azure. You just would have to have a standard of what tags there are, and then you can filter on the values or whatever. If you have 5,000 passwords, you want all the where account type, service account, and the application is whatever, whatever, Docker, who cares? You can get very granular with how you customize the metadata on this. And it's a hash table, so you can add literally as many values as you want. So I'm not sure what else to go over about secrets. The rest is pretty much just find a use case and go do it. My use case sucked, but I could find one. I gave a Twitter example. I don't tweet very often, so I couldn't even find a use for that right now. But if anyone's got any ideas on how this would be useful, let me know. If you've got a project where maybe this solves an issue for you or something, it'd be cool to hear that. But I personally don't have any big need for this right now, but it's still cool to play with and learn. I haven't this is the first time I've messed with this module, actually. I've been waiting for it to be official. They officially came out with version 1. But when stuff's only in preview, I don't like to play with it because I don't want to get attached to a feature that they then remove or something. So I just waited for a GA release, and then now I can play with it since all these features are. So I think that's all I have on the secret stuff. I did a little bit of extra pipeline work from my last 2 streams. I've been working on my GitHub pipeline to auto test on pull requests and build and everything on a merge into master and all kinds of stuff like that. So maybe I could go over some changes I've made since the last stream. So the workflows now, got it, the pre-tests, I called source code tests because that's what they are. And then the build does everything. It does the source code, it does the build, and it does the post tests. And then that third pipeline is when something gets merged into master, it'll do everything. Do a version check. If it's a new version, it does all the tests, source code tests, builds, post tests, and if everything checks out, it will publish to the PowerShell gallery, which is cool. And so we can see some of that here on some of these tests. So anytime code touches master, it's running the source code tests for all the OSs, and then does a version check. If we go to any branches, I don't have a branch. I guess I haven't pushed this up yet. Oh, 1.1.0. Okay. So I started this. I never pushed it up. Sweet. So now the way I can develop is I work out of this. This is my new master, basically. And if I make new features or things, I can make a new feature based off of this branch. And then when I'm ready to merge that in, I merge it into this branch. And then all kinds of tests and builds and things run. See, just the fact that I push this branch up, it's doing all the tests and everything, which is pretty cool. Is there a way to see those tests? Guess we'll just come here. So yeah, it's doing source code on Linux. This one's on Linux. It's weird it did both of these twice. That's odd. Anyway, maybe it's not odd. But then only when I'm ready for a new release, when I actually want to publish Admin Toolkit 1.1.1, then I PR this into master. But otherwise, it's just a bunch of PRs to this branch, which is how it should be done when you do this stuff by yourself. It's hard to keep up with all the best practices, but I'm getting better, learning how to keep up with everything, keep everything organized, so anyone can jump in and collaborate, know what the heck is going on, because I'm doing everything correctly. So that's that. I don't really have anything else planned for this. What's everybody working on? I need to change the dot files, but I haven't pushed up yet. So I saved the image I use for my backgrounds in GitHub because I guess the source of this photo changed. So now I just store it in GitHub so it never changes and I can change this photo. Oh, actually, I should do that. Git move to this will make sense in a sec. So in Windows Terminal, we've got all kinds of settings. I think now they have a GUI for the settings, but I don't like to use the GUI. And I can point my background image to an image on the interwebs. But instead of having a specific picture, if I want to change this on all my terminals, I'd have to go and update this everywhere. What I did was if I just give it a generic, it will still work. Now, if I want to change my background everywhere that I have this set up, I just have to commit a different picture with that name, and it'll just update everywhere. So I should have done that from the beginning. Anyway. There's not too much else I'm working on. I was had a couple ideas. I've been looking at this, the PowerShell Live automation here. This is when someone on, when anyone in this list goes live on Twitch, this automation will automatically tweet that they went live. It posts in a Discord channel, a Discord server in a specific channel that it went live. And I think that's it, really. So there's a couple changes that I'm interested in contributing. I just need to figure out how. One of them is, actually, they're both issues out here. So one is, what if, like me, for example, if I wanted to go live with a video game or something, I don't want it to ping the PowerShell world that I went live because I'm not streaming PowerShell. So I think the current thought is to add some more data to the subscriptions data that it's already got. It's got these three. But when people want to subscribe to this, they say something like this, like only tweet when I go live with the science and technology filter. But if I go live with anything else, like games or whatever, I don't know all the Twitch tags, then it won't post. So I like that idea a lot. We just have to figure out how to make it happen. And the other issue I made this morning was, I know there are multiple PowerShell Discord servers out there, and maybe those servers would also like to benefit from subscribing in their server, having that streaming notification come up as well. So that was my idea. If there's a way to list also Discord servers with the, obviously the respective webhooks for those, so that it would post on all these servers if the servers wanted to opt in to having that as well. So we just have to look into where all that gets stored and if there's a way to add servers. I haven't looked at that yet. I just made that issue this morning, but so maybe some future work on the stream is helping out with this automation and figuring out how to make that happen. Where does the current Discord information get stored? And then we can, it looks like right here, they store it as a vault secret. Discord webhook URI. So maybe we have multiple of these. If everything else would stay the same, we would just need multiple Discord URI. The webhook is specifically to a channel, to a server on a specific channel. And so people could just opt in the webhook for that channel. Okay, app settings. I wonder where this gets used. Because whatever imports all this would need to accept an array, obviously, if there's multiple. Yeah, I'll have to look at this. I'm not exactly sure where that happens. Where it looks for where it uses the webhook, because this is all just the Twitter stuff. Yeah, the Twitch event. So this is watching for if who goes live. That's interesting. It goes live for me, but I'm not in this list. So I wonder if this is doing. Yeah, I'll have to look at this. Anyway, well, I think we'll end early. A couple minutes early, but yeah, if anyone has any ideas on things they want to see, things they want me to work on or teach. I was talking with somebody this morning, just talking about like, well, I want to teach. So whether that's beginners or whoever, how would you guys like to learn? Do you want a whole stream on everything you need to know about functions, how to write functions, where to use them, nested functions, writing multiple functions that work together, things like that, how to take those functions, make a module? Like, do you want it sort of each stream is like lessons? You just have to let me know what topics you guys want to learn. This is all for you guys. I enjoy doing this, but it's hard to do it when you don't know what you're going to stream about. Kind of like today. We did not get to use the Azure stuff with the secrets. So I kind of ran out of some stuff to work on. So yeah, send me messages. Obviously, I've got the chat up right here. So if you guys ask questions or something or have feedback, let me know. I'll see it right away. And yeah. Okay, we'll end this here. Everybody have a good week. Thanks for tuning in, and see you next time. Bye.